Aside from ski tuning, probably the most important thing for a ski racer and ski technician is waxing and the tools that are used to apply the waxes. Probably the most important part is using a digital wax iron or a wax iron of high quality, one with a thick plate that gives you consistent temperature throughout the waxing process so you won't run the risk of burning the bases or burning the wax. Second to that is definitely having a wax iron holder. This protects your investment so that it doesn't get knocked on the floor and broken. Next, the use of Swick's Fiberline Pro paper is a good way of protecting your base during your waxing. It's simply used by putting between the iron and the base of the ski during the waxing process. And this helps absorb some of the wax that you're ironing in and will cut down on your scraping time and brushing time later on. Other applications of waxes, such as paste waxes and rub-on waxes, can be applied through the use of felt corks. And this particular felt cork is adhered to a wood block. Felt generates a lot of heat and helps the wax get worked into the base of the ski. Sharp scrapers are vital. 5mm scraper or a 3mm scraper will work fine. The advantage of the thick scraper is that it'll stay sharp longer and need less sharpening, whereas the thin scraper is easier to sharpen. You can even bow it if you need to cut the wax off of the base of the ski. Brushes are used after our initial waxing, along with the use of a rotocork, which can save you a lot of time and generate a lot of heat and work the waxes and rub on waxes into the base of the ski with ease. Some buffing cloths, Fiberline. You can take this and work the base and polish the base with your Fiberline. You can wrap it around the cork, or you can use a buffing cloth of various sizes and shapes, and this helps to generate heat and work the paste waxes into the base of the ski. There's nothing better for a ski technician than having a sharp scraper. Scrapers come in either 5mm, 4mm in thickness, or 3mm. Here we have a Mantech scraper sharpener. This is an electric powered one. Usually 2 or 3 passes is all you need with these. The advantage of this particular scraper sharpener is that you won't get any concave areas on the scraper. It will always remain perfectly flat. We have a Toco bench scraper sharpener. Has a channel to feed the scrapers through by hand. It also has a replaceable Panzer file that's inserted from the back and put in. You just want to make sure that the teeth are facing in the direction that you're pushing. Here is a handy device made by Sun Valley. It's a carbide scraper sharpener. This is for holding the scrapers in hand. Works much better on the thinner scrapers than the thicker ones. And probably the most popular scraper sharpener sold on the market today is the Toco ceramic scraper sharpener. You can use various thickness type of scrapers for sharpening. And the beauty of this is the ceramic sharpening piece inserted in the plastic will never dull. The final method for sharpening your scrapers, and a very inexpensive one, is to use drywall screen, which you can purchase here at ARTECH. Simply lay the screen down on a flat surface, take your scraper, and simply run it back and forth, and you get a very sharp, clean edge, and it'll be smooth and flat. Once you do that, you simply tap it and clean out the plexiglass from the scraper that's embedded in your drywall screen. You can use it over and over. You can use your combination file card to clean it as well. It does an excellent job on even the 5mm scrapers. Base prep waxes, regardless of the brand, tend to be very soft in nature with a very low melting point. Low melting points around 114 degrees Fahrenheit work best for penetrating the bases. Once these waxes are in the center of the base, then it will act as a magnet to hold the other waxes that are applied later. Swix has its waxes made in Norway, and they've been around for a long time and have numerous patents on various waxes throughout the world and are used widely on the World Cup. Their most basic one is their Base Prep 88. They actually make 3 different base prep waxes of various hardnesses. We use their base prep waxes in our hot box. We start off with their softest one, which is their Base Prep 99, and then go to the 88, and then finish up with their harder base prep wax, which is a 77. Dominator come in 2 flavors, okay? Clear purple or graphite. The clear purple is great when you're doing base cleaning because you can see any debris or impurities in the wax when you hot scrape it. We recommend about 7 to 8 coats of wax with scraping and brushing in between. It also comes in graphite, which is great for replenishing the graphite in the bases of the ski. All ski bases should be replenished throughout the season. I would say about once a week anyways. The graphite in your graphite bases tends to be dried out over a period of time. One of our premium wax lines that we carry here at ARTECH is the Toco wax line. It comes in a series of waxes in hydrocarbon form, low fluorinated waxes, high fluorinated waxes, and pure floral overlay waxes. We start off here with the gray base prep wax for ski preparations and ski preps on new skis, old skis that need to have the base rejuvenated with graphite, and for hot boxing. Recommend on a new pair of skis of 7 to 8 layers of this particular wax, followed by some Systems 3 red hydrocarbon, and then finishing with the blue hydrocarbon wax as the last layer of wax for your ski prep. If you were racing in Europe, chances are you would be waxing or seeing a lot of home and cold wax being used on the circuit. A good base prep is the graphite moly. I like to put that on first as the base layer and then follow that with the hybrid red. The beauty of the ARTECH training waxes is that they have a large temperature range. For the colder practice sessions, usually in December and January, the 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit training wax works great. Can you race on these waxes? Absolutely. These waxes are certainly appropriate for a J5 or 6 racer come race day. Swix has 5 temperature range waxes. Training waxes consist of yellow for softer, warmer snow conditions, red, which is your most of the winter conditions, and blue, very hard, cold snow conditions. Generally used early on in the season or during a cold snap. These 3 training waxes, are relatively inexpensive on the market and are great for everyday training waxes, and applied with F4 over the top for a J5 or 6 racer will work as all that a developing racer would need for their waxes. You can rub it on, you can iron it, and we tend to iron the wax in. I like this as a training wax, especially for a J1, 2 senior racer, because of the durability and the protection it gives the ski bases. Toco's line, known for its simplicity. Their blue cold temperature waxes are good from 14 to minus 22 air temp. They're red line, red hydrocarbon from 14 to 25, and then they're yellow hydrocarbons from the 25 to 32 degree temperatures. Homical wax comes in the basic beta mix, ultra mix, and yellow alpha mix waxes. Those waxes are your training waxes for this line. The beta mix has an incredibly wide temperature range. Probably the most widely used training wax for most collegiate teams. Here we have the ARTECH tungsten fluoro waxes in a mid-fluoro form. Fluorine, which is added to the hydrocarbon wax, helps repel dirt. It also helps the wax become more durable, and the more fluorine that you have in it, the more it repels the water from penetrating the base. The pure fluoro waxes have 100% pure fluoros in the particular wax, and it can be in a solid form or it can be in a powdered form. Here is a overlay wax. This is a high fluorinated rub-on wax, and this is for 30 degrees snow temperature or warmer. Okay, so if the snow is really soft and mushy, where you can take it in your hand and squeeze water out of it, this particular wax would be very effective as a rub-on up at the start. Here, with the ARTECH brand, we have anti-static additives added to the fluoros, and the anti-static advantage is that for snows that are made from snowmaking ponds, generally come out very, very dirty with a lot of pollen and dirt in the snow. These waxes will run faster than the waxes without the tungsten in them. Their race waxes tend to come in the Old Snow and New Snow series. The Old Snow and New Snow race is used in temperatures above 18 degrees for the most part. And Old Snow is any snow that has been on the ground for 24 hours or more. Your Bullet series is your cold temperature waxes. These again come in Old Snow or New Snow and generally run well from 0 to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. The LF waxes have roughly 3 to 5% fluorine in them. LF waxes are great on race day, on courses when the humidity is very low and the snow is hard. The beauty of the HF waxes is that they give the race wax durability and are used on long courses. Over here, we have our most popular overlay wax sold on the market, and this is the FC8A Rocket Pure Fluoro Spray-On Wax. Now, Toco has a fluorinated Diablock gray graphite wax. This can be used as your base layer on race day, followed by either the yellow, the red, or the blue low fluorinated or high fluorinated waxes. We have the Jet Block series from Toco. The temperature range correspond to the hydrocarbon, low fluoros, and high fluoro temperatures for those waxes. The high fluoro spray-on waxes come with a cork felt applicator, and again, very similar to the Swix and Toco wax overlays. It's a spray-on wax. The more you polish this overlay, the faster it'll become and the more durable it will become.